Welcome back to The Couch here on Aurora Television around Australia. Nice to have your company back. We've got a couple of interesting topics now to discuss. We're going to talk about vaginas, but not in that order. Can I just say we're going to talk about vagina awareness with our very own GYN expert, as Kath Mazzella. She'll be here very, very soon. Here she is. Hello, Kath.
Nice.
Feel like Family Feud. And on the other side, we've got the Steve Collins family. Steve, welcome back.
Thanks very much, Fred.
We're not talking vagina health or vagina awareness
Not
with
with
you,
me,
no.
no. I have been called that, though, in no uncertain terms.
They spell
before.
it differently.
They certainly do, yes.
We're talking about a fantastic island called Pitcairn Island.
Pitcairn Island,
Beautiful.
yeah.
Now, what's the proper word? What do they call it?
It's spelt Pitcirn, so we would say Pitcairn. But when you speak to a Pitcairn Islander, they call it Pitcairn. So I've called it Pitcairn. Are they Pitcairnese? They probably could be Pitcairnese. Yeah, it depends how many fleas they have, I suppose.
That's true, and how much they scratch.
Yeah.
Tell me where it is, because a lot of people like myself, I said, where is this island?
Well, it's about halfway between Easter Island and New Zealand. Very difficult place to get to because you have to fly to Auckland and then you have to fly to Papeete in Tahiti, and then you have about it's a 4.5, 5 hour flight to Mangareva, which is an island in the Society Islands, part of French Polynesia. And then you board the MV Claymore 2, which is their little ship, and that takes you about 2 days to get to Pitcairn Island, and they can only take 12 passengers on the ship, and they can only take 25 guests on the island.
So the question would be, why do we go there? What's the reason? Why is it so special?
Well, I can tell you why it's so special. In 1789, you might have heard of the Mutiny on the Bounty.
I have.
It's led by Fletcher Christian. They put Captain Bligh, as he was at the time, they put him in a small ship. There we go. This is Pitcairn.
Beautiful.
And they sent, and he actually ended up in Timor. But Fletcher Christian and the rest of them, and some Polynesians, they had Polynesian women and Polynesian men with them. They went sailing, they had to get away from Tahiti, and they found this place, Pitcairn Island, and so they went there and they set up a base. There was nobody there, but the Polynesians had lived there in the past, and they had started farms, and so there was food there and there was water there, and so they went to Pitcairn. And the reason why they chose Pitcairn is because when it was first discovered, they got the coordinates wrong. And so they were there for another 18 years before anybody could find them, because it just wasn't where it should be. It's a very rocky island. It's a volcanic island. It's not all that large. Is
it primitive? So, like, is it for the elderly? Is it for the disabled? Is it for everybody, or is there a certain type of client that it sort of calls for?
It's for people. It's for people who like something really, really different. If your idea of sitting around a resort, that's their longboat, because even though they've got the Claymore 2 which goes there, and that's the Claymore 2, it can't dock. So they all get in these longboats and they go out to the ship and they unload the ship, and that tells you how far. So it's only 4,493 k's from Sydney, and from Easter Island's only 2,065 k's away. So it is very, very remote. But they can't actually land. They put you in a longboat and they take you ashore. And then you've got this big climb from...
Have you done this?
No, I haven't done it yet. I've been invited to go.
I'll tell you what, I'll go and I'll follow you.
But when you go there, it's only homestays. So you stay with the direct descendants of the Bounty mutineers.
Are you serious?
No, you stay in their homes, and it costs you, depending on where you stay, between $70 and $120 a night, and that's for full board. That
includes everything.
That's everything, including your washing. They even do your washing for you.
What sort of stuff can you do there? I know you've got the boat.
Well, no, you can do. Well, yeah, there's fishing and stuff like that. There's a bit of history there. But one of the main things is the island is a pretty good place. There's lots of little trails you can get out through. There's lots of bushwalking and things like that you can do. And of course there's relaxation, and there's just resting, really.
Is there good food?
Well, the food is all home cooked food.
Oh, yum.
There'd be a lot of fresh seafood because of fishing. Food? It's a mixture, really, because you've got the English roots and you've got the Polynesian roots, and when they got there, of course, the crops were Polynesian crops, yams, etc., etc. So there's a lot of that, yeah.
So if people want to go there, where can they find out more information? Do they go to your website, radio?
Well, they can go to radioroaming.com because I've done a really good interview with Jackie Christian, who is the great-great-great-great-great-great-granddaughter of Fletcher Christian. But you can go there, or they have a website. If you just Google Pitcairn Island, it's got it all there. It tells you how you get there. They can make your bookings for you.
So I'm assuming you have to fly from Perth if you're over here in Perth.
If you're Perth, or if you're in Sydney, or if you're in New Zealand, because you've got to go to Auckland, and then from Auckland you start the second leg. And then from Papahete, you've got your third leg, and then the fourth leg is a ship. You can stay for 4 nights or 10 nights because it's got to coincide with when the ship.
What can we catch on your website? Anything new that we should look out for?
I've done some fantastic places. Now I know that you're going to Bali.
Yep.
It's called the Floating Leaf Eco Retreat. It's just 15 minutes, east of Sanur. Beautiful. It is a wonderful little place. It is. I went on TripAdvisor and checked it out, and every review gives it 5 stars. There's only 6 rooms there. It's a yoga retreat, but you don't have to do the yoga if you want. But they really look after you. They grow all their own food.
Natural crops.
It's all natural crops, and they have these. They feed you, and it's all fantastic. Really good food, very good healthy food.
Well, thank you very much. Next time we see you would have been to Japan, I think. In 4 weeks' time,
next time you see me, I would have been. I might have been to Japan. I might have been to Japan. I'll be certainly have been to the Northern Territory. So
I look forward to talking some more.
Yeah,
about
Northern Territory is a fantastic destination.
Thank you to Steve Collins. If you want more information about radio roaming, please go to his website. It's radioroaming.com, and all the latest news will be there. All his travel interviews and more on his own website. Thank you very much, Steve.
Always a pleasure.
Enjoy your trip to the Northern Territory.
Oh, I shall. I'll bring you back a barramundi, shall I?
Listen in, because I'll be asking questions at the end of this one. Now with me in the studio is Kath Metz.